Did we teach our kids, do anybody give a speech why we are celebrating 26th of January, just one occasion? Why is only limited to for several hours, only for a couple hours? Why is not every day is the 26th January? Why is not every day is 15th of August? Why we don't have a literature for our, from the junior classes means UKG, LKG, if you all, like even my generation, today's generation, even prior generation, any human, when we learn something from our living room, means from our grandparents, LKG, UKG classes were before they call primary school, primary educations. Anything we learn from the age of 4th, 3rd year to the 10 year to 11, maybe 16, consider that because day by day every generation is different. We never forget in our life because that was our first learning. That's the age we learn how to speak, how to recognize the things, what our relationship, what they call dad, what they call mom, who is my relationship. And the same age, I remember my generation, I don't know, but I learned that age, whatever it is still as a fresh today. And the same thing, why is from this millennium cannot learn this? Because school start with ABCD from the beginning. It's nothing wrong to be modern, nothing wrong to be globalized, nothing wrong to learn more than one language, but before you globalize, you need to be a home. But we forget our home. If you are in the state of Punjab, you need to have to have a Punjabi language that's called mother tongue. That's your state you belong to. If you are on the state of Haryana, you have to learn how to be a speaker Haryanvi. If you are state of Gujarat, you need to know the Gujarati language because you belong to, that's your hometown. I'm not limited to one language. I'm not limited to the one culture. I'm not limited to the one religion. Again, I said in my old videos, we are the God's people. We are all in one, but we have a different way. One faith. We always say God. One faith, but we pray at different level, different ways. I'm proud to be called India as my motherland because India is the one various country, various is many languages, many culture, full of cultures, different language. I don't think any one country can beat for that. But at the same time, our responsibility to save our culture, save our hometown, save our freedom fighter, fight for that, give their lives, give us this precious gift, which one we don't maintain it. It is our shoulder responsibility to tell our generation how to save our freedom, how to save our country, first we are an Indian. When you can be the Indian if you first be a home person. Home person, if you learned your mother's word, you take the birth, your mother tongue means which house, what they speak. You learn that, then you have this language, then you go out the state, whatever in the state system, you learn that. If they know which home you're coming from, which state you're going to, which city you belong to, you have to be selfless to working for that. Then you go to as a state level to the country, then you becomes as a proper Indian citizen. Today some people don't take me personally, anyone is against English, Hindi, Punjabi, any language. I am as an individual, you can say it's my own opinion, I'm not a political person, I am not against with any language. I encourage kids and new generation, even old generation, even any one of educate yourself as many language you can. Language you introduce to one to other, make the dialogue to one to other, make you to as a good person, makes you to make understanding, makes you the person to come out of the house to the mahalle to the city to the state wise to the country. If you are not a state and a home person, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਵਿਲੇਜ ਪਰਸਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣ ਸਕੇ, ਹੋਮ ਪਰਸਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣ ਸਕੇ, then how you becomes as a state person? State means किन्ने पंजाबी कहंदा, कोई गुजराती कहंदा, कोई अपने आप नूं हिंदू कह दो या हरियाणवी कहंदे हो, right? How you becomes that? या केरला कह लो. That's I mean to say. When we are not as a Punjabi, I go by the Punjabi because I'm background in Punjabi. I have experience with every culture, every state. I am not limited to anything. Even my mother was very strict Sikh family belong to. They're very strict Sikh, but my father was very open mind, and he is a freedom fighter. He had 2 medals. I can show you. That's the father I belong to. That's the father I proudly say is my father. Today's Father's Day, this video I'm devoting my father, Chaturjit Singh. So he's the one teach us these values. He's the one taught me every human is a human, every Indian is Indian, no limited to the one person, no limited to any culture, no limited to any religion. Religion in jinu tusi dharma kehte ho, dharam. And the same time, going back to the freedom, we can only get that free our mind, free our soul. As ourself, be an Indian, how we comes as a free Indian? We are all blaming political system. We are all blaming you can say is one point is true, but blaming and complaining, we do both things, blame and complain. But at the same time, as an Indian citizen, we do not take any responsibility. We do have a moral responsibility toward to the state and city and the country where we live and grow up. And every single country teach their children as of a young age who they are, where they live, what their responsibility. Do we have that one chapter even existing, any school and primary school education? I don't think so. Do we have any good history book for the freedom fighter, why they becomes a freedom fighter? Do we teach our kids how to say wrong things to know, how to live in a free mind, how to enjoy your freedom? Do we tell them? Do we tell our kids, do we teach our kids anyway, literature, speech, either way, even in journalism, do we teach them who was the Bhagat Singh, who was Sardar Udham Singh? Even like today's, our freedom fighter, just as of a couple days, the China war, we had like on border, some retaliation in the China and Indian border. However, that border particular saying is India and China had some sort of agreement they cannot use as a gun weapon. But can be stop for the gun weapon. Why do you leave this soldier is like helpless they don't have any kind of weapon. You're putting those soldiers, innocent lives on the border without any kind of weapon in their hand. How do you feel be justified with fighting, being freedom in this area, and you're putting those young lives on the border without providing any kind of type of weapon? Okay, you had a gun agreement. I agree. Okay, what's about other weapons? How are they going to protect themselves? Think about these 21 to 24-year-old kids. They didn't even start their life. They're gone for my country, which country we call India. I love my country, India, which country don't even consider. One day they're going to say, Bande Mataram, they're going to make the pogue, they're going to do it and everything. Do we want to change the system? Next day, they don't know who they are, where they're gone, how they're gone. We continue to be busy in our life. And this country, we want to live with the democracy and freedom, but we don't have a freedom. Our system is so broken. We want to protect our border, but we don't have any strategy. We don't have any proper strategy as of old. Regiment was old military system, old army system. They had it properly. I think somehow one point we becomes as a weak. Our strategies becomes weak. And one soldiers, I hear his speech, heartbroken, tear in my eyes because I hear his whole story. At some point we complained, Sikh is 2%, Sardar is 2%. Do you know what? The border, 2% Sikh because he was a Sikh. He's a soldier and Sikh together. You consider this is the double power. That was called pure soul. Selfless. He had a kirpan, which one is considered Panjakakar Amritari Sardar. He saved his life, then he fight over his country to protect his border. If same way other kids, other soldiers, sorry to say kids, they were soldiers, I salute them from my heart, from my soul. I salute their family, I salute their mothers, all loved ones, whoever they sacrifice over our freedom. Which freedom is somewhere is very neglected by our own system. Our freedom is neglected by our own system, and our innocent soldier is fighting over the border for our freedom. And our system not providing them proper instrument, proper weapons to fight and over our freedom. They given our life because they're delivering their oath. They took the oath. When they become soldiers, they took the oath, they delivered their oath on the border. They did not give up even their empty hand, they fight through, they gave up their lives. Only their lives is gone, their family can understand what they go through. But whoever is proper, real human, they can understand because they can feel the pain and loss for their soldier. They can realize their sacrifice for our country. Do we understand what they've been through that time? Do we understand even they have nothing in their hand, they're fighting for you? We don't even these days, our mindset, we don't even bother what neighbors go through. If some neighbor in the problem, somebody they get theft, somebody giving them a hard time, somebody gets sick, somebody sitting their home without food, they had a mental, any kind of various reason. In their house, they had a problem. Next door neighbor, we don't even bother what the hell is going on in their life. That's how we are very selfish citizen in India. In India, India known for the social country. The system we are belong to the country social. Social means your pain is my pain, your love is my love, your happiness is my happiness, your sorrow is my sorrow. Where is that gone? Now these days, your sorrow, my happiness is my happiness. I don't give a shit what the heck is going on in your life. Before we were sharing, caring, and fair. These days we don't have that. We don't care each other. We don't share things. We don't care living in life. We don't fear. Fear means somehow this person is done a little bit wrong. Okay, then I had a little bit of power. It's okay. No, this person done something little bit wrong, nothing to do with me, but I do have a power. I'm going to crush this person to the end. Tell my power shows to the media, show to the people, I can prove them. Yes, I had a power, who I am. Today is a race for every human in India. Don't take me wrong, some percentages are still selfless, working for their country. That's why we are living, that's why our country is moving, that's why we are able to fight. I am not a nagging. I am fighting those weaknesses. We want to change the system. Don't take me wrong, I'm against Indian people as Indian. I'm not against. I'm against their mindset. I'm against this dirty system. I'm not against as a nation. This system need to change. Somebody need to take a voice. Our voice need to be that strong. We need to changing the system. Need to strong voice. Strong voice comes not even one person, not two. Comes with the all people's voice.